Hi. So in this video, I'm going to talk about a couple of things which are largely ignored by digital artists. The effects of this will be known in the coming years, but it's always good to be prepared, right? So number one, the 3D scanner cameras. I'm talking about the cameras like Matport and the cameras which will scan a particular object and generate 3D meshes out of it. So what are these cameras going to do is they pretty much scan any image from a small size to a large size as big as an apartment. So what are they going to do? Now, in a traditional sense, in a 3D animation company, if you have to develop a 3D model, it could be a box or a pencil or whatever it is, an artist has to work starting from the scratch, and they have to spend X amount of hours to model it to perfection, right? So what happens is the company knows that it has to generate X amount of models, and they hire X amount of people to achieve this job. So these cameras, these 3D scanner cameras, they make the work 50% or more than 50% faster. So you just have to buy the camera, and if you scan it, these cameras come in various sizes. So if you want to scan a full apartment, there are cameras for that, and if you want to scan a small scale objects, there are cameras for that. So these cameras, once you go over 360-degree and scan them, they generate 3D meshes of it, and some artist has to just retopologize that and do automatic UV, and the job is done. So what this is going to do is, it's going to reduce the employability by like 50 or 60%, because the work is going to get 50% easier by using these cameras. So in a way, what will this do is it'll reduce the number of 3D asset developers who the company is going to hire. So all this will come into practice in the future generations, not future generations, in the future years, when the cameras are going to become more and more affordable. And particularly if someone is looking for or specializing in realism, then these cameras are going to affect those kind of jobs. Like imagine right now, to do a 360 walkthrough of my office, which is already existing. Now I have to give the work to a 3D modeler come texture artist and lighting artist. If I have this camera, I can just finish the whole work in a day, and probably I can pay only the rental of this camera, which should come in something around 15K to 20K per day. But my whole office is generated in 3D, and maybe in a couple of days the project is done. This is how easy it's going to become. And the second thing I'm going to talk about now is the ML and the AI tools, which are going to affect visual effects artists. Take a subject like rotomation, where again to do the rotomation of a particular 1 second, which is 24 frames, an artist has to spend every frame rotoing the character, or separating the character from the background, and the company hires based on that. Now there are tools which are being developed already, and very soon these tools will be either a part of the existing software, or they'll come as a separate software. So what they do is, they do all the manual thing which you are doing right now, where you are cutting the character from the background. They achieve that, and these tools are going to achieve that in one click. So whatever you've been doing for 8 hours, or the roto artist is doing for 8 hours, is going to be finished in 1 hour. Yes, you will need a little more touch-ups over that, but then imagine the number of hours just reduced, and the company is going to hire only based on that amount of hours, right? So these tools are going to disrupt the industry by a large extent, and it's always good to be prepared for that.